In terms of shooting, I know a lot of people were talking about different shot meter options and whatnot. I know this is something that you really like in the game this year. What kind of examples of shot meters can you share with the fans?
So you can have it by the hand.
Coming up next, the Hawks taking on the Bulls. For Atlanta, they've yet to find that spark this season. Off to a slow start. They're hoping to make adjustments and get it cooking tonight. Bulls, Hawks, coming right up.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to tonight's game, everybody. It's the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Well, it didn't take Hollywood long to find Che. He's already speaking with Maverick Carter about production deals, Shaq.
Well, the kid can act. He can act so good. I actually got a role for him in Kazam, too.
Oh, what a lucky guy.
Look, I made movies when I played. It did not hamper my dominance one bit.
Hey, look, everybody's not Shaq. Everybody can't do that. I have a production company now, just letting you know, Smith Entertainment Group. And I could not have done this while I was playing. Impossible. Che, concentrate on basketball. That's where the bread is buttered.
Let's go out to Kevin Harlan. They're getting ready for the opening tip.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Warriors. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now, Chicago, they're obviously trending in a positive direction, but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
And guys, some background on Che, the rare high-profile prospect that stayed in college for 4 years. He told me he doesn't regret the decision, even if it hurt his draft stock. He says he has no regrets and feels he's in a great situation. Guys?
David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he builds out the rest of his game.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Alex Len out there with Jabari Parker, and it's Goodwin in at the 1 spot. 2 struggling teams with frustrated players. Brent, when you were playing, did you have any kind of trick for kind of getting out of that malaise, that trough?
Sometimes for individuals, you have things that you've gone to in the past, whether it was through your high school career or your collegiate career. The interesting thing about a team dynamic, Kevin, is how do you do it collectively? And so the best way is to try to find something that you can do to step away from the game, get your mind onto something else.
The Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Bulls trail by 10. Outside Leonard. To the paint. It's tipped. And Young kicks to Satoransky. This is to Leonard. Back to Satoransky. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Ooh!
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow! Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Pass to Turner. Carter outside. Here's Parsons. No good on the shot, so the Bulls will take it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And here is Valentine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Leonard. Carter drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 12.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
To the inside, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit the shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least one three-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
To think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. You wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Blakeney. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. They get it back. Here's Reddish. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Blakeney. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Turner against Satoransky. Carter left side. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Turner looking around. Buries it down low. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Evan Turner making that one look easy. A beautiful touch on the floater.
Outside Leonard. The dish to Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Blakeney. That one goes. Count it.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Atlanta has possession. They're leading by 8. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And they were a little bit fortunate to come out on top in that one. They were not at their best in that game.
Reddish with the ball. Throws it up high. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 8. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his Cowboys.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Young, also the general out there. Valentine out there with Satoransky, and it's Blakeney in at the shooting guard. Clock at 4. Here's Leonard. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. And they believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Takes it out to Parsons. The pass to Reddish. Second chance shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Hawks lead by 10. Turner against Satoransky. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 8. Turner dishes to Parsons. Outside, Jones. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Valentine for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Jones, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's his first foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Felicio's checked in for Young. Murray comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Antonio Blakeney. Turner finds Parsons. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists tonight. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. 11-point game. Murray outside. He dishes it to Leonard. Bulls moving the ball around. Bean passes to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Murray for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Jones has got his 5th rebound in this one. Atlanta leading by 11. Now, here's Hunter. He picked up 24 points in their last one against San Antonio.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Down low, here's Leonard. Again with the block. Making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Leonard against Jones. Parsons outside. There's the 3. Felicio with a rebound. Bulls trail by 13. Now Leonard. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Parsons outside. Pass to Hunter. And here's Parsons. He's got 6. Passes to Reddish. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Atlanta. Outside, White. Here's Young with 1 on the... And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the... So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
What are you doing out there, Jay?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Parsons, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. Chicago also making some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Chandler Parsons out there with Len. And it's Goodwin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Bulls trail by 17. Here's Satoransky to the middle. Stolen by Len. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. On up the court. And Herter gets it to go.
And this kid is showing signs of his potential right here as Kevin Herter early on fire.
Outside, Porter. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Porter's got 8.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. It's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jones comes in for Len, and it's Reddish in for Goodwin.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Pass to Reddish. Shoots over Satoransky. The shot by Reddish, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Herter passes to Jones. Here's Reddish. Great D that time from Leonard.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without...
Look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
So aggressive once he gets high. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Here's Herter. Guarded by Levine. Parsons outside. To Herter. Over in the corner, Reddish. The Hawks again can't hit.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Inside, here's Leonard. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Down low, here's Jones. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
The feed now to Leonard. Right side, Markkanen. Leonard trying to break free. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 17. Leonard with the steal. Satoransky with it. Here's Markkanen, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Markkanen's got 7.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Here's Blakeney. 5 points in the game. Now the pass to Satoransky. Leonard on the wing. He blocks it again, and that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
His poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Good, nice job down low. 8 points for him.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Satoransky. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Jones. And Jones sends it back. Parsons looking it over. Pass to Turner. Back to Parsons. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Parsons. Good defensive work there by Young.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
A shot by Reddish, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Jones sends it back. And they're on the break. Takes a shot at the elbow. The second effort. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Blakeney. Bulls moving the ball around. Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Here's Young. From 13 feet, it goes down. Young's got 9 points.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Turner passes to Reddish. Feeds it to Jones, and it's good for 2.
He's been incredible in this half.
On the wing, Porter. To the middle. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Len. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. Here's Markkanen, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jabari Parker.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately, in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Leonard in at the 5.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent, a versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Levine. Levine's got 6 assists here tonight. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. They host the Kings after this game, and that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Parker against Markkanen. The 9-foot shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. Bulls trail by 17. To the inside. Leonard. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Goodwin finds Parker. Pass to Len. Shoots over Leonard. Good on the 13-footer. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
For 3, Levine. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Goodwin feeling it out. Kicks it to Hunter. He feeds it to Len. There's the pass to Herter. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And how about the D was excellent there, but Markkanen just so skilled, and with that size, still able to finish. Wow, this guy's got a chance to be special.
Parker dishes to Hunter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Leonard, no luck. The Hawks leading by 12. Pass to Len. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you can contest his shot, but he's so big, he can use that length just to score over the top of most every defender.
Levine looking around. White the pass to Leonard. Shoots from the elbow. Len grabs the board. Len's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. To the paint. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Hawks lead by 16.
They they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Leonard. To the middle. Markkanen. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. Let's see if they were listening, guys.
Parker up top, guarded by Porter. Leonard with the steal. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
That free throw good from Leonard. 1:39 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Goodwin. Passes it to Herter. To the inside. Here's Hunter. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herter's pass leads to an open look.
Pass to Leonard. Over Len. Rebound Atlanta. Parker's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hawks.
They really lit it up in this fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. That free throw missing. Both teams will make substitutions. That's off as well, so he misses both. Satoransky against Turner. He kicks it to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. He can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Hutchison passes to Felicio. Good work defensively by Carter. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
I totally think we've gone a little overboard with some of these trade demands.
Man overboard!
Yeah, throw out the line.
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely. All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi, the pleasure's all mine. Excited to stay in the Che business.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right. You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Bring it in, fellas. One game won't break our season, but let's not make losing a habit. Let's get after it hard today. Our goal today is to fine-tune our transition defense. We gotta limit easy scores. All right, let's get set up and start practice. Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
One more.
Get your head in the game.
Rolling.
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Keep it going. what we need right there. Nice work. All right, let's move on.
Let's go. Just like that. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Great energy in practice. Don't leave the gym without putting some individual work.
What about some of the new dribbling systems? You mentioned having dual stick dribbling.
Yeah.
What tips can you give to some newcomers to 2K?
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. And guys, we'll see
It's Saturday night and live. Whatever works, David. Thanks. Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Leonard, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Markkanen comes in for Young. Valentine's checked in for Porter. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. And then for Houston, Jonas Jerebko's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Manuel House comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Rivers in for James Harden.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their team. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting was one of their bigger issues.
Rockets trail by 9. High post try, and it's Westbrook missing.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. C-Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt, and they had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
Houston making a switch. Chandler's checked in. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Satoransky finds Leonard. Offside Markkanen. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Leonard, the pass to Levine. Pass to Satoransky. Lock at 6. They grab their own miss. Levine can't hit.
That works just like they drew it up. Until the part where he short arms the layup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That is his first foul of the game. Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Zach LaVine. Here is House. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Chicago grabs the miss. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Westbrook against Satoransky. Can't hit from in close.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
The putback.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Outside, Markkanen. Over to the wing. Valentine dishes to Leonard. Over Chandler. Shot clock at 5. Leonard inside. Chandler on him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Rockets trailed by 7. Outside Westbrook. Now here's Rivers. Guarded closely. That one goes in.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Passes it to Leonard. Over Chandler. And the Bulls with another miss. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. They come in fresh off a win. Against the Warriors.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Blakeney passes to Leonard. Now Satoransky. Markkanen finds Satoransky, and he converts the layup. Satoransky's got his second basket of the game.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
And a stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
Well, I told you, Kevin, it's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy and searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
Satoransky, the pass to Leonard. Blakeney kicks to Satoransky. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Chandler. Pass to Satoransky. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Coming off a terrific season. First in assists, fourth in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor. An absolute magician with the basketball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I love what Austin Rivers did last year after he bounced around between the Wizards and Rockets. I mean, he came in and he was focused. He was traded by Washington to the Suns and then bought out. He ended up in a great situation in Houston.
Felicia's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Blakeney, defended by Jerebko. That one good for 2. And the Bulls lead by 4.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, and so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Here's Westbrook. That one falls. Westbrook's got 17 now.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Bulls out front. They're up by 2 from the United Center in Chicago.
It's all about not making mistakes.
And Greg, nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, Jay. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
We've got Satoransky. The general is out there with Murray. And it's Felicio in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Green, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Rockets trailed by 3. Green with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Here is House. He's covered by Murray. House kicks to Jerebko. Launches a 3. And that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Coming out of a screen, Chris, who are the most effective players in the league? Rivers against Satoransky. And here's Rivers, the 3. Offensive rebound.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. And hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The Rockets trail. Outside Westbrook. over Leonard. And it's sent back by Leonard. And they'll keep possession. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rockets trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The Rockets with another miss.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
And that one, good. Markkanen's got his first points in this one.
Running the floor to perfection. Love how Markkanen makes himself a huge target in these situations.
And there's the pass to Rivers. Back to Westbrook. The tray. Westbrook missing again.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Leonard. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Houston Rockets. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results.
Bobbed up there for Chandler. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Westbrook. A shot, no good. AT that time from Leonard. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Rockets trail by 6. House dishes to Westbrook. Pulls it up. Buries the jump shot. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Valentine passes to Leonard. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 7 rebounds in the game. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Follow. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish. Chicago ends up going with the new group. And it's the Bulls with the ball. A 2-point game. Satoransky finds Leonard. Murray outside. For the tie. The Rockets pull it in. Chandler's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And so in the game for the Rockets. Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Chandler out there with Jonas Jerebko. And it's House in at the small forward. Pass to Blakeney. Poked away and stolen by Gordon. It's House outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. House has got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
And it's Murray penetrating. Chandler with the steal. Here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Tuesday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just
just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Rockets leading by 7. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Houston, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Satoransky, the pass to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Satoransky looking around. 5 to shoot. Here's Blakeney. Second chance effort, and the basket is good. And that's 13 points for Leonard.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Outside Gordon. Here's Jerebko. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And Chris, Jonas Jerebko can give you valuable minutes off the bench.
Yeah, and throughout his career, Jerebko has always had a good sense of when to defer and when to look for a shot. Very easy to play with, and there was a reason this team sought him out.
Levine's checked in for Chicago. And a switch here also for Houston. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Danuel House. Outside, Green. Rivers against Satoransky. Gordon kicks to Jerebko. The shot from the low post is good. Jerebko's got 5.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Leonard with the bucket. Now Gordon. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. This is it to Levine. Back to Valentine. Leonard draws the double. Levine wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Rivers against Satoransky. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And Levine, here we go. Leonard, no luck.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay-in.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Knocked loose. And so here is Houston. Rockets leading by 7. Rivers looking over the floor. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 5th best, Clint Capella.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Here's Leonard. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Valentine. Outside. inside Gordon. Here's the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Satoransky finds Leonard. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Poke loose. Stolen by Satoransky.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
No, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Houston on top, up by 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Knight and Levine team up in the backcourt. Valentine and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. And it's Leonard in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Leonard hits them both.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Valentine passes to Levine, and they take the lead. Levine's got 20.
The entire arsenal right now. Levine's so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by White. Fast break, here comes Chicago. A floater. Here's Leonard, who's back up. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backcourt. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
And he's been doing this for a few games in a row now. We're looking at one of the hottest players in the league.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of it. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Levine against Westbrook. Basket counts. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's White. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way. Got burned.
Got that one up quick. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
The feed to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And Levine with the slam.
You can see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Westbrook against Levine. About that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and
Here's White. Down low. Here's Leonard. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Young.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Westbrook drives in. That one doesn't drop. And it's Chicago the other way. White, wide open. He fires. And that one hits back iron. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Bulls. Leonard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Green against Porter. Inside. Left side, Leonard. Shoots over Tucker. And it's Leonard missing. Houston in the lead. And Harden wide open. He shoots. He drains the quick shot. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside Leonard. Now the dish to Young. Back to Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Green taking his time here. And Tucker has it in the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Rockets lead by 6.
Not many folks thought that Tucker would have success as an NBA three-point shooter. He's proven all of them wrong. He's got good range.
Chicago calls timeout. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Staying under control in key moments. I mean, the way Levine handles these important possessions are so impressive.
Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Levine finds Leonard, shoots over Capella, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Levine. Levine's got his 7th assist in the game. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Here's Tucker. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
The Bulls shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Levine, and Capella sends it back. But they'll get another chance. Tries again, and it's Leonard missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent it.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
I like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
Harden against Young. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, when the game is up in the air, Harden delivers. Easy to understand why he is seen as one of the best players in the league.
Levine against Harden. Levine looking around, and Capella over to help. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Takes the three. He doesn't hit that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Levine. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Pass to Capella. Houston moving it around. From deep three-point range, nails the tray.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Levine against Harden. Good D by Westbrook. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his third personal foul.
20 seconds left in the game. And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Can't waste any time here.
Oh, you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Levine dishes to White. Three-pointer. It's money from deep.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalizing on clutch.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
It's Porter outside, no good.
Gotta admire the speed of Harden. I mean, he looks locked in on defense, especially with how he can test these shots.
They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Okay, so how do you think that one went, Hornet?
Give it a solid B-.
B-? Oh, come on, man. He was great. He had some really interesting insights.
It wasn't his fault. You gotta up the spice level of your questions, bro. Where's the heat?
Okay, I'm gonna work on that, Hornet. Thanks for your honest feedback. Appreciate it.
Rank up the heat, baby!
Hey, what's up, Levi?
Hey, Che. Hey. The Gatorade reps here. I want to introduce you to her. They're thinking about working you into the fold. We just got to up your profile.
Oh, word, okay. Hey, anything I should know?
Absolutely. Lesson number 1, be yourself. They love that.
I don't really think that's a lesson.
What would you call it?
Like more of advice, lessons are more meaty.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for the advice. Reese.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Want to introduce you to the NBA's next big thing. This is my man, Che.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to
How you
meet you.
doing?
Next big thing. It's a pleasure.
So I wanted to talk to
Before
you
you
about...
get into your thing, and how long-winded you can be.
Yeah.
Love you for it.
Yeah.
But we're actually in the middle of something.
Oh, do your thing.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
We're gonna keep on
Okay,
doing
cool.
this, but we will see you around.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Che.
Yeah. You're in great hands, Che.
All
Levi
right.
is my guy.
Yeah. Was that lesson 2 or something?
No. She has to cater to the stars. You understand.
Seemed like a train wreck.
No, it went great. Just get that out of your head. It's perfect. It'll work out.
All right. I trust you.
Why does that sound like a threat?
I trust you, Levi.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, bro.
Have a good trip. See you when you get back.
Let's get this done.
Okay.
Right?
Reese.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your time.
Are you being facetious?
Very generous.
Okay.
Very generous. Good seeing you.
Love you.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right. All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi, the pleasure's all mine. Excited to stay in the Che business.
Hey, how you been, man? Good game last night. get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go. Keep on it. Hey, see you later, man. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yo, yo, yo! Let's do it!
down.
So let's say there's a new player or someone that wants to get better. How do they do that?
Well, the first thing we always recommend is to jump into 2KU. Everything you want to know.
Remember, sports fans, if the home team scores more than 100 points this game, all audience members will receive a coupon for a free taco.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the New York Knicks. For New York, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season.
And a little bit of a fashion show taking place as the Bulls came down the tunnel. And let's go straight. And thanks, David. Shea as marketable, Greg, as they get.
And I'm not too surprised that Che's already landing sponsors. I mean, he has the game, the personality, and he has a lot of people rooting for him.
So the new loaded with young talent. What's the key, do you think, Doris, as you've watched this league, to unlocking that potential and making them what they're going to become?
Yeah, I think for young guys, Kevin, one of the challenges is focusing on getting better every single day. It's the little choices these guys are making. They're going to put in the time to be working on their shooting or their off-the-bounce game or their defensive prowess. Can they be unselfish? Can they be sort of big-picture thinking in terms of just not only their success, but the guys around them? That's hard for a young guy.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Levine.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Trier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's Levine. The teardrop falls in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to Houston. Smith dishes to Robinson. Randall left side. Over Carter. Randall with the bucket.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
White with it. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got his second bucket. And a bit of a first for Che as he was named Player of the Week for the past week. Great performances from him.
And Kevin, how could they not name him Player of the Week with the way he played over the last few games? Fantastic production from him, and glad he got the award.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Here's Levine, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just a great job picking his spots, where to be aggressive. Levine drawing fouls at a higher rate these days.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Now here's White. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Smith against White. To halt the run, Carter pulls it in. The Bulls leading by 15. Leonard inside, defended by Portis. And that one's good, Leonard.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke. Fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Wendell Carter. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Morris is checked in for Trier. Randall plays it up and banks it in.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. 17-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Just a terrific job closing that game out. And in the end, it turned out to be a relatively comfortable win.
You know, so crucial when you have someone on the ropes. Keep them there. Stay in complete command. Avoid those crucial mistakes. That is well done.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night right here. So for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. and Satoransky subbed in for White. Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks. Payton comes in for Dennis Smith. Satoransky finds Markkanen. Here's Leonard, covered by Morris.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Here's Barrett, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And what a basket by Barrett, looking unafraid to take on these difficult challenges down low.
Antonio Blakeney's checked in for the Bulls, and that one falls for Barrett.
Well, you knew the Knicks were going to try and make a huge splash over the summer in free agency.
But you know this, Greg. Sometimes you swing hard at the pitch and you miss. And that's one of the problems of putting all your eggs in the free agency basket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Payton up top. Satoransky covering. No good from Payton.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Explosive off the bounce with great body control. Barrett's most effective when going downhill.
Now here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Leonard's got 10 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the... On the court for the Knicks, Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. Portis is out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's Knox in at the small forward. Portis can't get it to go. And the Bulls with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. The feed to Leonard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Smith, the pass to Robinson. The pass to Trier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness. vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Knox. And the three off target. Bulls have gone 7-9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Back to Leonard. Count that as his seventh field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's his third foul of the game. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Smith.
And as a team, they're only shooting around 36%. They need to start finding some better looks.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Porter. 16 points for Leonard.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
New York, no good that time either. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-1 run. Here's Carter. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Smith. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional, gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-5 run here to the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That one is no good. The Knicks shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And Smith with the stuff.
Boy, absolutely incredible. Dennis Smith Jr. with the big-time vertical. Woo-hoo!
Now Levine. Last game we saw him score 32. Here's Leonard. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Here's Knox, guarded by Porter. In the corner, Smith with it. 4 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really good patience from Kevin Knox, understanding how to deliver a pass on time and on target.
Levine looking around, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Levine's got 12.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Knox. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Trier. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard attacking. Carter dishes to Leonard. Here's Porter. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He has 7.
The length and athleticism of Otto Porter, able to weather the contact. Terrific strength on that one.
Outside Portis. Down low. Here's Morris. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. To the middle. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. New York shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Smith on the wing, guarded by Porter. Smith finds Gibson. Here's Portis. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. To the inside, Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
With the floater, Chicago grabs the miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
So you have got to be in the space of Otto Porter coming off the screen, or he will make you pay.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's sent back by Carter.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
There's Levine, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Thursday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half. A shot by Valentine, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Levine kicks to Valentine. Back to Levine. Outside Leonard. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Barrett is running, and Morris throws it down.
Well, at 6'9" with good athleticism, dunking not a problem for Mr. Morris. Give him some space, and he makes you pay.
Payton against White. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Morris passes to Payton. Now, here's Portis. Guarded by Levine. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 9.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Leonard, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you got to like the vision for marking it. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Morris outside. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Payton. In the corner, it's Morris. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by Leonard. Here's Levine. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Bulls out front as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by.
Kevin, thanks. A double-double for you, Che, at the half. You know they're going to try and stop you the second half. How do you adjust?
Hey, I just gotta stay aggressive out there, you know? I know as long as I'm engaged and pushing the action, I'm gonna put up the numbers. And as you can see, I'm fully engaged tonight, man. It's just clear.
You have been an operational Death Star in the first half for sure. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey, all eyes on me. All right, nice work out there. I like the attention to detail.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this. Chicago ends up going with a new group. And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Marcus Morris comes in for Taj Gibson. Kevin Knox is checked in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Peyton in for Smith.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Valentine and Markkanen, your small and power forwards. Then there's the general. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Blakeney in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Morris. He's got 10. So the wing on the left. Peyton finds Morris. Just 5 on the clock.
And how about Markkanen just locking in on his man defensively? That 7-foot frame with his lateral movement, it can be intimidating. He's got to continue to work on that end to get better. And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Pass to Peyton, beyond the arc. Connects from 3-point range. Peyton's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks.
Well, this is an area of his game that he's continuing to work on. Elfrid Payton's three-point shooting getting better and better.
Markkanen from outside. Rebounded by Knox. New York shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
The Bulls shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Passes it to Blakeney. Now here's Leonard. And the pass to Blakeney. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Leonard, no luck. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Barrett. 22 points for him. Right at the free throw line. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Valentine. He's got 7. Pass to Leonard. Over Robinson. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Valentine. Valentine's got 3 assists now in this one. The Knicks shooting the ball at 42%. Peyton with the ball. Now guarded by Valentine. And no good that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. To the paint, here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 28 points for the game. And the Knicks with possession here. Peyton with the ball. 8 points for him. Morris right side. The fader. Robinson passes to Morris. Down low, here's Barrett. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Barrett's got 12 points now in the quarter.
That's all the defense can do. Barrett just appeared determined to score. Didn't care who was on it.
Pass to Valentine. Here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Payton against Saturansky. Now here's Payton, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Barrett. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Chicago with a huge 37-point lead. Teams deciding to change it up. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Portis. Barrett is out there with Morris. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Gibson in at the three, the small forward. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Morris kicks to Gibson. Back to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Second chance shot. Here's Felicio. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside, here's Portis, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing, he was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Some changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Levine, and Saturansky's subbed in for White. And then for New York, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Robinson. Damian Dotson comes in for Marcus Morris. And Ellington is subbed in for Barrett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
The pass to Ellington. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Leonard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Murray. Back to Leonard. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Dotson. Up and in on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Well, Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. Satoransky finds Leonard. That one off the back iron and out. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Satoransky. Leonard inside. Robinson on him. Hutchison passes to Satoransky. And good that time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Now Ellington. Here's Dotson. Count it.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Satoransky up top. Ellington defending. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Leonard. Murray surveying the D. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, this is Phil, along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you. We'll see you next time.
Come on, not today. I'm tired.
Sorry, you got to do some media.
Can I skip?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our postgame guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hey, Kenny here. You were incredible. Season high in points, validating everyone who insisted you could make it into the NBA, even after the questions that were raised heading into the draft.
Yeah, you know what? This might be wrong to say, but the haters out there, I just consider them fans. It's really two sides of the same coin, you know? Anyone who thinks my numbers could be padded, well, check the scoreboard. Who won tonight, Playboy? But anyway, that's old news in a week, because I'm looking to break my season record next time out, you know what I'm saying?
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
a media request for you, radio.
Okay.
Let's just go over here.
All right.
Excuse me. Here, go ahead and put these on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Oh, hey. Yeah, he's here. Jay, you're on.
Okay.
Jay, welcome into the show. You're on with Hank and the Hornet. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So you're pretty new to this, Jay. I'm just wondering, how do you see yourself fitting in with the team going forward? What's your role going to be?
My role is just to do what I have to do to get us some wins. You know, we have some great fans here, and I really just want to make them proud.
So what's been the most surprising thing about being an NBA player?
I mean, the most surprising aspect would have to be the travel. And, you know, going into it, you know it's a lot of travel, but until you really go through it, you really realize, man, it's a lot. So I would say the travel, and it's pretty crazy.
Good stuff, Che. Well, I tell you what, we'll let you get back to the locker room, but thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Keep it real, broski.
All right, bro, peace.
Hey, Che, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
This is your first time leading the team in scoring. Do you think that helped you become more of a leader overall?
No, I'm a leader. I don't need to lead a team in scoring to prove that. Any more questions?
That's it. Thanks, Jay.
All right.
We're good. Thanks.
Yeah, it's like I was saying. Like?
Hey, can I grab you for a second, Jay?
Yeah, what's up?
You set a new career high in points scored tonight. Don't you think you deserve a bigger role on the team?
I'll put it this way. I'm ready to take on whatever they want to give me. I don't back down from big moments or big responsibilities. It's not my blood, my G.
Good stuff. Anything else?
You trying to set me up, Vin? Seems like it.
Jay, I would never. Unless you feel like giving me a real soundbite.
Nah, not at all, man. I'll catch you later, all right?
All right.